Credit score hack number 39. In this hack, I'm going to show you a secret strategy on how to pay your credit card every month to optimize and boost your score. And it all boils down to the date you make your payment. Now, let's hypothetically say your due date was the 15th. Of course, always make your payment on the statement due date. However, there's a second date that is important to optimizing your score, and it's called your statement close date. The statement close date is often going to be 1 to 2 weeks prior to your payment due date, and this is the day that they report your balance to the credit bureaus. Your goal with this strategy is to pay your total balance down to 10% or less utilization ratio 72 hours prior to your statement close date. That way, once this day comes, the balance that they report to the credit bureaus is a 10% utilization and not a higher balance. If you need help finding your statement date, all you need to do is pull up your credit card statement, and it should be located right next to your payment due date. It will be the second of the 2 dates shown. Don't forget to like and share, and make sure you follow for more credit tips.
As a money protection lawyer, here are 5 things I would never do. Thing 1, I would never leave anything to my children when I die. I would leave it to a trust, which would benefit them in many different ways. Thing 2, I would never put their name on the deed to my home to get around Medicaid recovery. I would put my home in a Medicaid asset protection trust, and my kids would be the beneficiary of that trust. Thing 3, I would never put my kids on my banking accounts. I would put my accounts in my revocable trust, and my kids would be the beneficiary of that trust. Thing 4, I would never, ever make my kids go through probate. I would create a living trust, which would avoid probate. And thing 5, I would never leave the planet without a good plan in place to protect my family.
So as of right now, I've got about $30 million worth of death benefits. So if I passed away today, my daughter would get about $30 million. It's a bad look for a 15-year-old. So I've got trusts in place that dictate how that money is spent. When I pass away, instead of her getting $30 million, it's trickled down to her, and the money has to go into a properly structured policy. So think about that. Death benefits are tax-free. So the money is tax-free going to her into a policy that grows tax-free. And then it's trickled down from the trust when she passes away. It has to do the exact same thing to her heirs. So my family will just get wealthier and wealthier and wealthier tax-free generation after generation because of how I set the trust and the life insurance up.
I have what I call a family legacy meeting. So I bring my family together, my aunts, my cousins, my brothers, my sister, my wife, her brother, everybody. Let's go. We're going to get in this room. And there's 2 requirements. Before you show up, I need to make sure your credit profile is up, right? So you're going to come, you want to see your credit. You got to have an LLC as well. So we set your LLC up before you even come to the meeting. Everybody that's at that meeting, we're looking at the profiles. Whoever has the best credit profile, we're going to add them onto the LLC, and then we're going to go get funded. So now we're going to create partners. I personally may not have the best credit, but if I have the strategy, I can bring you on and still make money with you, right? I did this with my cousin. He worked 50, 60 hours. He's a correctional officer, right? All he knows is just work, pay his bills, but he's not creative when it comes to financial literacy and like credit strategies, right? Opened up his credit profile. He had an 800 credit score, didn't even know it. Put him on my business as an operating, on an operating agreement, got him $45,000 in 24 hours. He was like, damn, I want more, let's do that again. So I set his business, I want to set you up though. Got his business set up, compliant, got him $250,000 in funding. Guess what? He's now an investor in my facilities now. He just got the bag. I call you up, I say, yo, we need $80,000 to put down on this facility. You're gonna be a partner with me, right? So again, if you don't have the credit, as long as you have the information and the strategy, you now have to pull people together.
So bonus depreciation has always been around, but Donald Trump increased bonus depreciation to 100% as a part of the Tax Cuts Jobs Act in 2017. What it means is if you have a vehicle or a piece of equipment that has useful life of less than 20 years, such as a camera, laptop, cell phone, washer, dryer, car, all of these components aren't going to last 20 years. So the government says if you want, and you're a business owner, if you place these components into business purpose, allow for you to write them off in 1 year by leveraging IRC code section 179 plus bonus depreciation. So if you have a vehicle that weighs over 6,000 pounds, whether you finance the vehicle, whether you put a down payment down, you are going to be able to write off the entire vehicle's purchase price.